The lolis are coming, everyone. Soberoni of G&A Reviews here with a servant spotlight for the lewdest of all the lolis, Maeve Lily, or I mean Kuro. We'll be examining her stats and skills, as well as going over pointers on how to utilize her effectively, and an overall grade comparing her to how she stacks up to the other 4-star servants. I'll also have a spotlight out for the other event loli, Ilya, up on the channel right now, so do check that out right after this. But for now, onto Kuro's stats. Kuro has a max HP of 10,914, very low for a 4-star archer and below average overall for a 4-star servant. Her max attack of 9,845, however, is on the high end among all 4-star archers, and when taking into account the 0.95 times archer damage modifier, her attack becomes 9,352, which is about average for a 4-star servant. Taking a look at her skills, her first skill is Mind's Eye Fake, rank B, which applies evade for 1 turn and increases her critical strength for 3 turns between 18 and 38%, depending on level. Her second skill is Projection, rank B, which increases her Arts, Quick, and Buster card effectiveness for 1 turn between 20 and 35%, depending on level. And finally, her last skill is Kiss Demon, rank B, which increases her NP gauge between 30 and 50%, and increases her critical star drop rate for 3 turns between 50 and 100%, both depending on level. And this skill can be upgraded by a strengthening quest, which will add the effect of increasing Ilya's buff rate by 30%. For her passives, she has Magic Resistance rank C, which increases debuff resist by 15%, and Independent Action rank B, which increases crit strength by 8%. Taking a look at her deck and Noble Phantasm, Kuro has a Quick Arts deck with Quick, Arts Buster, and an Arts Noble Phantasm. Her Noble Phantasm is Kakuyoku Senran, which applies short hit for 1 turn and deals significant damage to a single enemy with between 900 and 1500% damage modifier depending on level, and it also decreases the enemy's critical hit rate for 3 turns between 20 and 60% depending on overcharge. Taking a closer look at her cards, we see that her Quick card hits 3 times, her Arts hits 6 times, her Buster hits twice, and her Extra attack hits 4 times. She has an NP gain rate of 0.38% and a star rate of 8%. She has really strong Noble Phantasm gain due to the 6-hit Arts card and average star generating from the double Quick cards. The time has come, let's talk Kuro. Kuro is an Arts archer that works very well as an all-rounder with strong NP gain, boss killing potential, survivability, and crit damage. She has a very wide range of applications, thanks in large part to a very simple but powerful and diverse skill set. Mind's Eye is a standard evade that also provides a pretty good crit damage buff for 3 turns. While it's simple, it's an effective form of hard defense that gives Kuro decent survivability despite her low HP. Her second skill, Projection, is her main damage buff. It boosts the card effectiveness of Arts, Quick, and Buster, which means not only does it boost the damage, but it also boosts star generating and Noble Phantasm gain for a turn, making it better than just a standard attack buff. Unfortunately, it does only last for a single turn, but the cooldown is short. Finally, Kiss Demon is Kuro's utility skill. It provides a really strong NP charge and crit star generating buff to Kuro. This is an important skill because it improves Kuro's DPS by allowing her to Noble Phantasm on back-to-back turns pretty easily thanks to great NP gain. The star generating buff is also significant, and it pushes her from being an average star generator to a good one, making her very self-sufficient and able to fuel her own crits. And as an archer, she already has naturally high star weight, so this all makes it easy for Kuro to get Arts crits to supplement her already high NP gain. This skill does get an interlude, but all it does is increase Ilya's buff rate. It's a very nice bit of flavor, but it's otherwise completely irrelevant to Kuro. Prioritize maxing Projection first because that's your main damage buff, followed by Kiss Demon for the better NP gain and star generating, and then finally your evade. Kuro's Noble Phantasm is single target, and it hits through evade. It does a ton of damage, and it's spammable. In a lot of ways, Kuro is a mini Squirtoria in this regard, and she can very easily chain her Noble Phantasms together thanks to Kiss Demon and Arts crits. Her Noble Phantasm Arts chain is extremely powerful, and more often than not, it will lead to her Noble Phantasming again the next turn. It's funny that Kuro follows Skahawk Assassin as a welfare because she's pretty much the exact opposite. Whereas Skyhawk tries to do so many different things at once and subsequently falls short at all of them, Kuro can fit a ton of different roles and do them all exceptionally. Much like Ozymandias, Kuro is so well balanced and powerful that it's difficult to find any real flaws with her. Her HP is low, but she does have a good survival skill. She can be very self-sufficient when creating her own stars and using them to fuel her arch crits, and she doesn't need help to Noble Phantasm spam. Plus, her Noble Phantasm is extremely high damage, similar to Rider Kentoki's, enabling her to single-handedly take down most bosses. And because her Noble Phantasm is spammable, she scales really well into the late game when enemies start to have break bars and more HP, so she never really loses out or suffers from power creep. Kuro is without a doubt one of the best and most well-balanced 4 stars in the game. Perhaps the only flaws with her are her rather selfish skill set. She doesn't really offer anything to the team, even the stars that she generates are usually taken for herself, and that during more difficult content like challenge quests, she doesn't have as much stall utility like an NP drain or a stun, making her not quite as strong a choice as Uriel, Orion, or Squirtoria most of the time. Naturally, Kuro excels in arts teams. She is made to be supported by art servants with strong buffs, so Waver, Hans, Tamamo, Nero Bride, Mozart, Helena, and Shuten fit that criteria perfectly. It also helps to provide Kuro some extra survivability, especially if you're going to use her in bigger fights, so bring Irisfield, Mosh, Media Lily, or Jean. And finally, if you want to build on Kuro's role as a crit archer, then giving her a strong star generator that won't take stars from her can help a lot. Jack, Emiya Assassin, Edison, Marie Caster, Shiki, Fuma, and Cursed-Arm Hassan can all fit that role perfectly. Kuro's Bondcraft Essence is Shared Pain. It increases the crit damage of the whole party by 30%, but it drains her HP by 200 per turn. It's a great buff, but it's not worth the damage given Kuro's already mediocre health pool. Instead, focus on improving her damage through Formalcraft, Heaven's Feel, Go West, or Golden Sumo. And if you're using Kuro in a crit team, then I highly recommend using Another Ending, Leisurely Stroll, Gem Magecraft, or Lunar Hot Springs. And you can also focus on improving her Noble Phantasm gain for even more spammability, with craft essences like Prisma Cosmos, Divine Banquet, a Fox Knight's Dream, or Fateful Companions. And finally, both Kaleido Sapphire and Magical Girl Sapphire are great craft essences for her that are only available during the Prisma event. Overall, Kuro is without a doubt the best 4-star archer in the game and can hold her own against many 5 stars as well. Her incredibly versatile kit allows her to excel at damage without giving up survivability or utility, and she is very self-sufficient and will work amazingly even outside of optimal team comps. Her low HP can be a problem in longer fights, but it's easily compensated for by any healer. She does lack stall, which can hurt her when compared to other archers that excel at challenge quests like Orion and Uriel, but she's still more than strong enough to handle anything in the game and be your main archer for years to come. So she gets a well-deserved A+ from me. Much like Rider Kentoki, she's a welfare that is literally at the top of her class and can take care of pretty much anything you will ever need. And those are my thoughts on Kuro, and guys, if you are new to the game or not, I cannot stress enough how incredibly important it is to get Kuro. She is one of the single best servants in the game, she's free, and this is the only chance you will have to get her because the event has yet to have a rerun in JP. So it is now or never. Make sure you grab this lewd loli for yourself before she's gone forever. And as always, do let me know in the comments what you guys think, and be sure to check out the Ilya Spotlight link both on screen right now and in the description below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing if you really enjoyed the video. Join the party over to our Discord, show us on Twitch, and follow us on Twitter. And I will see you all in the next Servant Spotlight. Soberoni out. Later.